Welcome to the deep dive. This is designed especially for you, the learner, someone who really values getting knowledge efficiently, getting right to the core.
Exactly. And today we're digging in something I think we all grapple with. Building a life that feels, more organized and honestly more peaceful.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got this really comprehensive guide, actually, titled Wigglajoni Text. It breaks things down quite nicely into three main areas.
That's right. First, setting up a strong daily foundation, then tackling our physical spaces, clearing and organizing.
And finally, getting a handle on the less tangible stuff. Our time, our money, and crucially, our minds.
So our mission today really is to pull out the most impactful nuggets from all this.
Yeah.
Give you strategies you can actually use.
And the why behind them too, right? Not just what's to do. We want this to be your shortcut, sort of, to understanding how small habits can lead to really big changes.
Without feeling totally overwhelmed by it all, think of us as filtering it down for you, the essentials.
Perfect. So let's jump right into part one, building the foundation of your day. The material starts with this great analogy.
The house analogy, yeah.
Life is a house, and your daily routine is the foundation. It really stresses how vital that strong start is.
It's a solid image, isn't it? Because if the foundation's shaky, everything else feels a bit unstable too. A chaotic morning can just set a weird tone.
Makes you feel reactive, not proactive.
Exactly. You're just putting out fires all day.
So the very first habit they highlight seems almost, well, too simple. Making your bed right after you get up.
Right. It sounds tiny. Insignificant, maybe.
But the point is the psychological kickstart it gives you. It's like sending a signal to your brain.
Okay, I'm up, I'm doing things, I have control here. It's about starting with intention and caring for the details.
There's that Admiral McRaven quote mentioned too. If you want to change the world, start by making your bed. Captures that idea of the first win.
It absolutely does. That first completed task gives you a little dopamine hit, a sense of accomplishment. It builds momentum. It counters that Zeigarnik effect.
Right, where unfinished tasks nag at you.
Precisely. Finish this one small thing, get that closure. It actually frees up a tiny bit of mental energy.
I like that tiny victory building confidence.
Okay.
So habit 2 builds on this. Establishing a proper morning routine. Not just making the bed, but a sequence.
Yeah, the contrast they draw is stark. A routine versus being like a ship without a compass, just drifting.
Which is how lots of mornings can feel if you're not careful. Straight into emails, news feeds.
Totally. Reactive mode again, instead of setting your own intention for the day. And it doesn't have to be complicated.
No, exactly. The text suggests simple things. Glass of water, maybe some stretching, identifying just one main goal.
Just those small steps create intention. They help your brain sort of shift gears from sleep mode into action mode.
It's about choosing your start, not just letting it happen to you.
Yeah.
Okay, habit 3 moves to our surroundings, spending 10-15 minutes tidying up daily.
The visual noise concept. This is so important.
Tell me more about that. Visual noise.
Well, our brains are constantly processing our environment. Clutter, piles of paper, stuff on the counters. It's low-level visual stimulation that just drains you subtly.
So tidying isn't about aiming for magazine perfect.
Not at all. It's about prevention. Small, consistent effort, clear the desk, wipe one surface, put 3 things away, stops the chaos from building up into something overwhelming, creates peace.
Like paying off tiny bits of debt before it becomes huge.
Okay.
Habit 4 is interesting. Taking out the trash, literally and metaphorically.
The literal part is obvious, keeps things clean, but the metaphorical angle, that's powerful.
What kind of metaphorical trash are we talking about?
Negative thoughts, draining habits, maybe even relationships that aren't serving you well anymore. It's about actively removing what weighs you down, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally too.
So decluttering your mind, essentially. Maybe unfollowing negative social media feeds or saying no to things that just deplete you.
Exactly that, creating space. Okay, habit 5. Identifying your top 3 daily tasks. Focusing your energy.
Like a laser, not a flashlight. I like that comparison.
It's about priority, isn't it? We all have limited energy. Instead of scattering it thinly across 10 things, you pick the 3 that really matter for moving forward today.
And the idea is if you get those 3 done, the day's a win. Anything else is a bonus.
It massively reduces overwhelm. Think. Finish that key report, call mom like you promised, get that 20-minute walk in, covers different bases.
Right, it's not all just work tasks. Okay, habit 6 might seem a bit extra, planning outfits for the week.
Yeah, it sounds a bit much maybe, but think about decision fatigue.
Ah, okay, like saving your brain power for bigger decisions.
Exactly. How much time do we waste staring into the closet going, what do I wear? It's a small decision, but lots of small decisions add up and drain your mental battery.
Like meal prepping, but for clothes. Streamlines the morning.
Precisely. Reduces that friction.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Habit 7 is about scheduling weekly workouts. The point being, if it's not scheduled,
It probably won't happen, or at least not consistently. We have to treat movement like an important appointment.
and the benefits go way beyond just physical health.
Oh, absolutely. Focus, mood, productivity, exercise impacts everything. And it doesn't mean you need a fancy gym membership.
Just commitment. A walk, some yoga at home, whatever works.
Consistency is the key. Okay, habit 8, preparing meals in advance for the week. Meal prepping.
Another one aimed at reducing daily decisions and stress, I assume.
You got it. What's for dinner? Can be a surprisingly draining question day after day. Prepping saves time, often money, and definitely stress.
Plus, you usually end up eating healthier than grabbing last-minute takeout.
For sure, it's framed as an act of self-care for your future self, which I quite like.
Taking care of future you. So all these habits lead into this mini story, the snowball effect.
Right, it's just the idea that these small, consistent actions build on each other, like a snowball rolling downhill.
It gets bigger and faster.
Exactly. One good habit makes the next one easier. It creates positive momentum that can lead to bigger changes than you'd expect from just, say, making your bed. It's the power of compounding.
A great visual. Okay, that wraps up part 1, the foundation. Let's move to part 2. Clear the space. Clear your mind. The link between environment and mental state.
Super important link. Our external world really does reflect and affect our internal world. Tidy space, often a tidier mind. Less chaos outside, less chaos inside.
And the first habit here is maybe unexpected. Cleaning and organizing your car regularly.
Yeah, we spend so much time in our cars, it's like a mobile extension of our lives.
And if it's full of wrappers and junk,
It adds this low-level stress, even subconsciously. Just 5 minutes a week tidying it up can actually make your commute feel a bit smoother mentally.
a little moving sanctuary.
Yeah.
Okay, habit 10 is financial. Review subscriptions every 3 months. The set it and forget it trap.
Oh, that trap is real. Streaming services, apps, memberships, they add up. A quarterly check-in forces you to ask, am I still using this? Is it worth it?
Good way to find some leaks in the budget and regain control. Trim the financial fat.
Definitely. Habit 11, designing a shopping list template. Seems basic, but...
Reduces decision fatigue at the store, right?
Yeah,
And stops you forgetting the milk.
exactly. Having categories produced, pantry, frozen, makes it systematic. Less impulse buying, more efficient trip.
Bringing order to the chaos of the supermarket aisle. Okay, habit 12. Setting up a mail sorting system. Still relevant even with email.
Absolutely. Physical mail still brings bills, important documents, junk. It piles up fast.
So a simple system, like trays.
Yeah, like to do, to file, to shred trash. Something simple so things don't get lost or missed. Avoids late fees, lost info.
Just creating a clear pathway for that incoming paper. Habit 13 is about the kitchen pantry, labeling jars and containers.
Oh, this is a game changer for finding things quickly. No more guessing if that's flour or powdered sugar.
Saves mistakes, saves time, and reinforces that idea.
Everything has its place, which is surprisingly relaxing for the brain.
Visual clarity. Habit 14 tackles the entryway chaos, a shoe storage solution.
Seems small, but that first impression when you walk in, piles of shoes, just feels messy, doesn't it?
Instantly sets a tone of disarray.
Right, so a simple rack, a basket, a designated spot, it makes the whole entrance feel calmer, more welcoming.
Sets the tone for the rest of the house. Okay, habit 15 is maybe the core principle. Assign a spot for every single item.
This is the bedrock, really, the magic, as the text calls it,
Why magic?
because it eliminates so much wasted time and mental energy searching for things. Keys, phone, scissors, that specific charger. If it has a home, you know where it is and you know where to put it back.
Cuts down on that constant low-level frustration. Makes sense. Habit 16 is about digital clutter. Organizing photos into folders.
Yes, digital clutter is just as real. Thousands of photos just dumped on your phone or computer.
It's overwhelming and hard to find anything specific.
Exactly. So sorting by year or event or person, it makes your memories accessible, preserves them properly, instead of a digital junk drawer.
Valuing our digital history. Okay, this section wraps up with another mini story. The forest and the path.
A great visual. Disorganized space is like a dense, overgrown forest, hard to navigate, maybe a bit scary, easy to get lost.
Whereas an organized space,
Is like a clear path through that forest. You know where you're going, it feels safer, calmer, easier to move through. It creates mental peace.
Love that. Okay, we've cleared the space. Now, part 3. Organize your time, your money, and your mind. Moving internal.
Right. Tackling those resources, time, money, mental energy that are so crucial for well-being.
Habit 17 kicks off with using a weekly planner, a roadmap for your life.
It's more than just appointments. It's about getting tasks, commitments, ideas out of your head and onto paper or screen.
Frees up mental bandwidth.
Totally. Your brain isn't designed for storage, it's for thinking. Planning your week ahead, maybe on a Sunday, gives you direction, reduces that feeling of being swamped.
Proactive, not reactive again. Okay, habit 18. Track your income and expenses. Not glamorous, maybe, but important.
Crucial for awareness. It's not about being restrictive, it's about knowing where your money is actually going, gaining power through knowledge.
That Tony Robbins quote is relevant here. Where focus goes, energy flows. You focus on your finances.
You start managing them better, you see the patterns, make conscious choices. It's foundational for financial health.
Taking control of the financial narrative. Habit 19 is a practical strategy. Set up automatic savings transfers.
This is gold. It makes saving a habit, not a decision you have to make each month. Takes willpower out of the equation.
Pay your future self first.
Exactly. It's like planting a seed automatically every month for your future financial garden. Even small amounts add up significantly over time thanks to compounding.
Building that safety net on autopilot. Habit 20 suggests a weekly financial review. Building on the tracking.
Right. Tracking tells you what happened. The review is where you look at it, learn from it, maybe adjust for next week.
So check spending against the budget, see where things went right or wrong.
Yep. It builds confidence, keeps you engaged, helps you stay on course. What gets measured gets improved, right?
True. Habit 21, practical finance again.
Yeah.
Create a bill payment calendar. Peace of mind, basically.
Total peace of mind. Knowing when bills are due, setting reminders, or automating payments, it just eliminates that stress of, did I pay the phone bill, and avoids those annoying late fees.
A simple system for a recurring stressor. Okay, habit 22 brings us back to physical space, but deeper. Declutter your closet each season.
Yeah, the closet connection, it's often tied to our identity, past selves.
So letting go of clothes that don't fit physically or maybe emotionally anymore.
Exactly. It's a chance to assess what reflects who you are now. Letting go makes space, literally and maybe mentally too, for the present you.
Making space for now. Habit 23 follows logically. Donate items you no longer need. Giving back.
Turns decluttering into something positive beyond just your own space. It connects you to the community, helps others, gives items a second life.
Lightens your home, lifts others. Win-win.
Definitely. Habit 24, organizing receipts sounds tedious, but...
Future benefits, right. Warranties, taxes, returns.
Yeah. A simple system folders, a box, maybe an app saves headaches later when you actually need that proof of purchase. Just being prepared.
Organizing for future you again. Habit 25 is that core habit again, but phrased differently. Always return items to their designated spots, immediately.
This is the habit that maintains organization. It prevents the clutter from creeping back in. It trains your brain.
Brian Tracy quote. Successful people are simply those with successful habits. This feels like one of those fundamental ones.
Absolutely. Saves so much time in the long run. Okay, habits 26 and 27 are about laundry, specific days, and folding promptly.
Bringing routine to a chore. Reducing the chaos of the laundry pile.
Exactly. Stops it becoming this huge, daunting task. And folding right away means completing the cycle, avoiding that pile of clean but wrinkly clothes sitting there.
Finishing the task. Sense of completion. Habit 28, write everything down. Memory is creative space, not storage.
Love this concept. Trying to hold everything in your head, to-dos, ideas, appointments, is just stressful and inefficient.
So use notebooks, apps.
Whatever works for you, get it out of your head, free up that mental RAM for actual thinking and being present.
Offloading the mental load. Habit 29, organizing kitchen cabinets. Calm meal prep.
Yeah, the kitchen's a hub. If it's chaotic, cooking feels like a battle. Organized cabinets make it smoother, calmer, maybe even more enjoyable and creative.
Efficiency and calm in a busy space. And finally, habit 30, develop a nighttime routine to wind down.
So crucial. How you end your day massively impacts your sleep and therefore your next day's focus and energy.
It's the bookend to the morning routine.
Exactly. Things like dimming lights, putting the phone away an hour before bed, maybe some herbal tea, jotting down some gratitude. Signals to your body it's time to rest.
Prioritizing rest for better overall functioning. And this leads to the last mini story. the garden of habits.
A really nice closing image. Each good habit is a seed.
And with consistency.
It grows, you nurture them, and over time they create this beautiful, thriving garden, a life of peace, order, well-being. It emphasizes that it's a gradual process, like tending a garden.
Small actions, consistently applied, leading to a beautiful result. Love it. So we've covered a huge amount here, from waking up routines
To clearing physical and digital clutter, managing time, money.
all the way to winding down for better sleep. It's really comprehensive.
It really touches on so many facets of creating that organized, peaceful life.
And just to reiterate for you, the learner, don't try to do all 30 things tomorrow. That's not the point.
Absolutely not. Pick one, maybe two that really speak to you. Start small.
Be consistent with just that one thing. Let that snowball start rolling.
It's a journey, not a race to instant perfection. It's about gradual, sustainable shifts towards living more effectively and hopefully more serenely.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, here's that final thought for you to mull over. Looking back at all these habits, big and small, which single one feels like it could spark the biggest positive snowball effect specifically in your life right now?
Yeah, what's that one seed you could realistically start watering today that feels like it has the potential to really grow into something significant for you?